everybody. Welcome to Every Penny Counts budget. We are on week 2 of June, and let's do a catch up. If you want to just skip to the budgeting, I will put a time stamp on that. So originally, this was a crazy week. So originally, we actually kind of had to jump into our budget this week. Crazy thing happened. So, all of a sudden, everything that can go wrong went wrong. We've already been struggling with gas prices because of how bad they've been, but they went higher over here again, which I don't know why. And so we didn't have, like I said, I drive more than my husband. And so even though he was carpooling and I would switch back and forth with our cars, the gas wasn't covering it. And then not only that, so our cat, she had a problem and I had to take her to the vet. And luckily I called around to see if anybody could have been on the cheaper scale, because we couldn't afford the current vet we go to. And I was seeing if maybe I could take her to another vet. And I did. I found another vet. They were having a half off price for new patients. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just do that. So I brought her in, and I'm so glad I did. I actually enjoy that vet. Like, I love our other vet, but I don't know why, but I love them more with our dogs than our cats. Whereas this vet, I really liked how they treated my cat. So I don't know if our regular vet is more of a dog person than a cat person, and you can see the reflection. But anyway, long story short, we got medication for her. She had a sore in her mouth. That's all it was. Thank goodness it wasn't something worse. And we got that taken care of, and she wasn't eating because of the sore, and now she's eating. Now she's acting normal again with the medicine, and it's going great. But because of that, we had to jump into the funds. And what was so scary about that is because since we're budgeting, even though we're now budgeting to save for pet emergencies, I was willing to open up a new credit card to pay for her bill just in case, and I really didn't want to do that. Luckily, I didn't have to. I just had to jump into our regular funding. And by doing that, though, I did make it to where our budget had to, like, kind of every paycheck from now on, we would have to put some back. Now, here's where it gets even crazier. My husband's job has this, like, once you finish a certain criteria, you get a bonus. And his finally came through this week. And the bonus fixed all of our budget problems, and we are back on track. And not only are we back on track, we paid off one of our credit cards because of this bonus. It was so nice. So I'm still saving for that debt. And in the end of the month, instead of putting it to where I pay off that card, because that card is already paid off now, I am going to roll it over to our next debt instead. So extra money to get the other debt down. And I'm so happy about that. So, right. So let's get to it. I think I'm the only one who might be doing cash stuffing in my neighborhood, because I went to the bank today. This is the largest I've ever taken out, and they were finding it so difficult to to get the money together. But it worked out. So let's start stuffing. Oh, because of how much of the bonus too, this will not be a regular pay. Like, I will not be taking this amount out regularly. This was only because we got a bonus, so we fixed everything, and then plus I'm like, you know what, let's put it to the other books we wanted to do in the future, so we could start, and then that made both of us more excited. So we're gonna do that. And what's so crazy is we were actually originally also, groceries, that was it too. Groceries went up over here also, and so he and I discussed it, and this was before the bonus came, and we were like, okay, I think maybe we should push aside all of those other wants we were going to do. Like, I eventually wanted to start an IRA. I've been hearing about that, and I've been doing research on it. That actually sounds like I should be doing that. So all those type of funds, like the big funds, like a future baby, which I would love, but those type of things, those are in the future. We were thinking of putting those aside for at least a month or two and focus on just saving up for grocery money and gas money, because the prices are so extreme right now. And that's what we were going to do. And so when this bonus came, it made it to where not only we, like I said, caught us up on budgeting, paid off a debt, and we have extra for groceries and gas now. Plus we get to do that other stuff actually. So I'm really excited for this stuffing. Like I said, this is not going to be a regular basis stuffing because it was a bonus. But, and I'm not going to put the exact amount of what he got as a bonus. Let's just say everything's caught up. So let's start. Okay. Oh, hope everybody likes my thing. I told you I'd be making one out of cardboard. It works. It works. And that's all that matters, that it works. So. Right. Alright. So we are going to 1, 2, fix all this. I might speed through this because I'm going to fix the money. Okay. Now I'll count how much we have. We should have $1,775 here. So start with the fives. Let's go backwards. Why not? I always see people start with the hundreds, but let's start with the fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 145. You know what? Let me show you guys what I use as when I go to the bank. I was trying to find it last week, but couldn't remember where I put it. So this is what I made this myself. It's just cardboard and paper, and then I just put tape over it. And it can erase this permanent marker on top, but everything else is underneath the tape. But anyway, I can erase that with the rubbing alcohol. It's this small because it fits my size phone. Let me take out my cards so you guys can see it. This is my phone cover. I'm using my phone for recording, so this is my phone cover. And I made it this size so I can put it in here. Anyway. So there's supposed to be 145 in 5s, and there was. Okay. Here's another thing. I don't have a calculator also because I use my phone when it comes to my calculator. Because I love my phone's calculator. My phone's calculator keeps the numbers up there. So if I lose track, I just go, where was I? And then I look at the calculator and it shows me. Instead of regular calculators where they just keep changing the number. So I'm supposed to have $280 in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, $80. So 280 in 10s. Yay! I like my little thing. This is my first time using it. Alright. In 20s. This doesn't look right. There's supposed to be 600 in this. We'll see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, yeah, there's going to be 600. Never mind. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4. Okay, you know what? Let me do it like this, okay? I'm getting used to this, guys. 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. 3, 2, 4, 6, 8. 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. 5, 2, 4, 6, 8. $600. All right. Put you right there. Look at my little thing. I like it. It's so cute. I barely holding on. I like it though. All right, in my 50s, I'm supposed to have $350. Okay, so 51, 52, 53, $150. Okay. All right. And then 400 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that equals the total of $1,775. I mean, you guys could do the math yourself, but yeah. It's it's so cute. Okay. Anyway. Let's take that out. And let me pull out the first book, of course, which is the Blue Book. Okay. Blue Book. This will be filled every week. It's the other ones that don't get filled every week, but this one does. Okay, so with that being said, first page, donations. Donations gets $5. Ripped, whatever. It goes back anyway later. Goes back in the bank eventually. Spotify gets $5. This is the one we paid off because this was our lowest credit card debt, and it's officially paid off. So with that being said, I am going to flip it because I actually already wrote on the back of like when I found out when I was making these, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to flip it to where it says paid. Now roll over the money to remind me. Kind of looks tacky though. I might change that. I might change it back, you know. But no, that's done. That's been paid. Now I roll over the money. All right, snowball effect, right? It would have been $5, so this is going to be going to a different debt soon by the end of the month. And I will show you guys where I'm going to put it actually, because I actually already have a folder ready for it. There. All right, Prime 1 gets 5. I don't like how they're all crumpled. What? Does anybody else do Ancestry? I love doing Ancestry, and I just found out something new when it comes to my family, and I'm just like so excited right now. But yeah. Okay, State Farm gets 40. And in the end of the month, I'm going to, before I put everything in the bank, I will be condensing and unstuffing. So that's going to be fun to do my first unstuffing on this channel. Anybody ever, Fourth Hokage here, keeping a watch? I love Naruto. I'm new to it, and I love it. Okay. Next is Prime 2, and that gets $5. Oh, and it doesn't have any, remember, because I skip it on my check. So it gets $5 on my husband's check. All right, our water is $15. 10, 15. So pull this out. So it should be 30. So 10, 20, 25, 30. Yep, $30. Okay. I might have to up that next month. We're trying something new with our water. All right, Netflix gets $5. So that should be 10 now. The city, of course, gets 20. So there should be 40 now. Magic Key. We're going in September and I can't wait. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Alright, so 45. My sister gets the room. We travel. She travels a lot, so we just gotta go. Love her. All right, so 45 each. So there should be 90 now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 85, 90. All right, debt number 2, which I hope to get paid off soon. But this is one of our bigger debts, so this is going to be actually a while. But debt number 2 gets 50. T-Mobile gets 20. Okay. Hulu gets $5. Okay. Alright, debt 3. This is the one that I plan on paying off next because this is our second lowest. But this one gets $5. Oops. Back in there. Back in there you go. It doesn't, I could see why some, I know some people who do the budget, they have these like crisp looking dollars, and I'm kind of understanding why, because it's really hard to put it in here. All right, next, utilities. Utilities gets 45. So there should be 90 also. 2, 4, 6, 85, 90. I don't know if you guys could hear our little kitten. He's a rescue kitten, and when I mean rescued, I mean like rescued. My husband was driving to work one day, and his AC doesn't work in his car. We got to get that fixed one day. But anyway, he had his windows rolled down, and right when he started his engine, he heard a kitten. So it was we were very fortunate that happened, but because some mama kittens actually put their kittens in cars during cold nights, and it was actually one of those cold nights but a hot day the next day, and he was able to get the kitten out, so we got him taken care of. He's so little, but now he's like so big, because that was back in May, early May, when we found him in the car. He's so cute. I love him so much. He's such a good cat. He learned how to use the cat box in the first 2 weeks. It was crazy. All right, so debt number 4 is our other big debt, and that gets 50. My husband and I, our dream was always to own a farm, where we would like have it to be where rescue animals. We always wanted that, but you know, life is what it is. Debt 5, it gets 15. I'm rambling on, I know, I'm sorry. Okay. 10, 20, 25, 30. I used to live on a farm when I was little, so I'm used to having a lot of animals. But now that I live in the city, I miss the country. But my husband, he loved visiting my family over there, so he's like, yeah, I would totally love the country now. Next up, Paramount Plus. That gets $5. Okay. Auto insurance gets 45, which means this will be a total of 90. So there. Two, 4, 6, 85, 90. Okay, so debt number 6 gets $10. Cell phone gets $20. Okay, and our debt 7 gets 15. Over there, Mr. Hamilton. 30, 10, 20, 25, 30. Disney Plus gets 5. Debt 8, our other high one, is 50 also. You can tell which ones are our crazy ones. Alright, and then home insurance gets 25. Two, 4, 45, 50. Nice. Okay. And that ends this book. These are all the bills for July. Remember that. Okay, so these are the new books that I'm going to be showing you. Really excited. I wasn't planning on showing you guys these yet because, you know, like, wasn't planning on having all this stuff here. So, get everything out of here. That's old. Get that out. When we were doing May, I used this book, actually, which you're about to see. That's why there's a sticker on it. I'm gonna get the sticker off. But yeah, so yeah, this was what we used instead of the blue book for our bills in May when we were doing the getting a month ahead. So now I use it as still getting a month ahead, but it's going to be lower funds because this is for like I hope to get like 4 months ahead. So that's what this is, but just got to keep going. So donations in this book will only get 5. Okay. And there's already some money in here, and you'll see why. It's from when we were doing this. I'll show you where, but yeah, in May. Subscriptions gets 20. Credit cards get 50. Oops. One in there, sir. I think this is John Adams? I don't know. 50, I always forget. Insurance gets 25. Utilities gets 20. Okay, technology, like Wi-Fi and stuff, gets 10. This is not for like a new computer or anything. This is like our Wi-Fi and cell phones. Pest control. This comes out every 2 months, not every month. So there's already money in here. And trash comes out every 3 months. So there's money in there too. Pest gets $10. Oh, $10? Oh yeah, because we're already almost caught up. Yeah. Okay, so $10. So there is 20, 30, 40, 45 in here. Okay. That's good. Get in there. And then trash gets $15. So there's 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. I got 100 in here. Nice. So happy. So glad that we're like so ahead. It just helps. I can't tell anybody how much it helps. If anybody wants to start budgeting, I personally recommend to start your first month of just trying to get a month ahead, because it has been such a stress reliever, and then start working on like extra stuff later. But everybody does it different too. It just helped me. Car registration is getting $10. This has nothing in it. It should have stuff in it, but I know what I'm going to do later with that. So, our Ring doorbell gets, where is it? $5. I don't like doing dollars anymore. It was getting hectic at the bank. Do you imagine if I used the dollar still? Oh my goodness. Savior gets 10. This is just an annual thing. Property tax, I think it has money in it already. Yes, it does. Property tax, we pay it twice a year instead of once a year like we used to. Saves a lot of money. Well, saves time for us more. It all equals up to the same thing. Gets $35. 20. Okay, 20, 35. And here. Okay. So now we have a total of 2, 4, 6, 70, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. See, if I had another dollar, I'm gonna have to remember to do that. Put another dollar in here. And then, so when the end of the month comes, I can round it off, condense it. Mr. Washington. 50. Okay. All right. Now there's more in the back of the book, so I'm going to flip that over. Getting rid of debt. See, this is where I'm going to put that rollover money in here. So I actually am putting some money in getting rid of debt, but we're going to start here first. So new technology. This is the stuff for like a new laptop and new phone if we need it. So all this, it's super easy. They all get $10. Except the debt one, that gets a different amount. New car. See, this is the stuff where we were like, we'll push that away later, you know. My car is going to be 10 years old next year. My husband's car is already 10 years old this year. Okay. New home. Everything gets $10. Extra groceries. No. Hey. Get in there. I think actually this gets more. Does it? Let me see. Yes, extra groceries actually gets more than $10. It gets, how was I doing that? That was the 20, this was 2, yeah, $210 was for extra groceries. We're gonna try to start shopping in bulk. Like go to Costco once a month instead. I used to do that when I was a kid because it was a distance to get to Costco where we lived. So that's going to be fun to remember how to do again. Extra spending gets $10. There's nothing extra for that, just $10. Extra gas gets more also. It gets $110 actually, and it's 120s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 10. 110 for extra gas. That goes in here. And that is good to have. I don't know why, but that actually makes me feel better. Volunteer work. We do volunteer work. And this is for extra volunteer work. Like when we need to go out, do stuff, which gets $10. It's mostly for like when we're out and about doing volunteer work and we want to like stop for a coffee or something. Gardening, I really need to finish my gardening projects. I have a lot of projects actually in this house that I have to finish, but life just gets in the way so much, and this is helping. So, like renovations. We actually have projects that are being renovated, and we had to put all of them on hold. Fun. When we went into debt. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, so getting rid of debt. Hold on, I think my husband's home. Yeah, my husband was home. So, getting rid of debt. This is actually getting some money right now, and it's getting $200 because there's this specific debt I want to get rid of the most. And so when I roll over that other money to this, it'll grow. I know it makes sense in my head, and I'm sure it'll start, once it starts adding up, it'll make sense again. There. So this book is now officially done. And then last but not least, of course, is our extra money. I couldn't get this off either. So this was in May. This was whatever extra money my husband and I got for like delivering cans or bottles to the recycle place. We still do that actually, but we now put it in that can that I had. There's no money in it right now because I just, did everything. But I think there'll probably be money again in it next week. But yeah, so because we use that can now I can use this for the other stuff I wanted to do. Which this is the high and low priority book. Okay, so we'll start. So health gets $30. I had this laid out differently on price, and then I was like, what did I do? I just realized this is what this gets money put in it twice a month. So I shouldn't have it as a full month's worth already. So I had to redo the money calculation again. Dental gets $30. Okay, savings gets $20. That's nice to have a starting savings fund now. And it starts with you, Mr. Jefferson. Look at that. Emergency fund gets $20. So nice to have an emergency fund. Okay, pet emergency actually gets more this time. Okay, so pet emergency actually gets it gets regularly 60. I'm gonna put that here. And then I'm adding $75 to it. So 50, 75. Oops. So there's a total of 170, 85. 185 isn't in here now. Oh, that's nice to know. So if an emergency happens again, we have... Well, technically, like, there is a pet thing coming up. Pet bill will be coming up when I have to get our kitten fixed. He's already getting dewormed. Okay, so I've been looking into this. If anybody has more information on IRA, please let me know in the comments. I'm new to this. Also, a high yielding savings account. I went to my bank and asked them for both, like just information. And my bank has a savings account, but not like a high yield savings account, they said. They just have a savings account where you get just a small percentage back. But I guess the high yield savings is something else. I don't know. IRA, I couldn't talk to anybody about it. But I know that they do offer it. I just couldn't talk to anybody because nobody was available. So if anybody has any information on those two things, I would love to learn. I'm going to just start doing it. Because I know my sister told me I should, because that's a retirement fund thing. And I'm like, oh, okay. So 20, 30 is going into here. And I guess my husband has an IRA through his company. My company, like I said, I'm part-time. They do not offer that. My company. My company is like one of those, yeah. Our niece, she gets 15. She's going to be starting preschool already. I'm excited for her, but I'm going to miss her. Okay. Car maintenance, 10. We're definitely going to have to get our cars maintained. Gotta start somewhere, right? House maintenance. Fun thing about house maintenance, you're actually supposed to save like it's recommended between 1 to 3% of what your house is worth to save. And I used to think that's ridiculous, but after what some people I know, I have relatives who are going through issues right now, and when I calculated if they did that, they would not be going through the issues right now. And let me explain. It could be where all of a sudden you need a new roof. That would have helped. That 1 or 3% would have helped. HVAC system would have helped. Ducting would have helped. A lot of things that we don't really, take notice because, time and stuff would have helped. So I can't start. I'm starting small, very small. This is obviously not. It's just 1 to 3% per year of whatever the house is worth. And when I calculated it, I should be putting I think for this house we live in, I think it was $60 per check, which I can't do right now. So I'm just sticking with 10 and hopefully it'll grow. Okay, so next up is we have more in the back. And these are car parts, which my husband's AC definitely will be needing to get fixed eventually. So car parts, 15. Wardrobe. I do not go shopping much for clothes. I grew up with hand-me-downs, so that's still it, but I admit I need new shoes because my side of my foot just stuck out today. So wardrobe, will get $5. It's not gonna pay for a pair of shoes. I'll wait another month. I can do it. I can do it. Okay, night out with friends. $5. We're probably gonna be using this soon, actually, already. Future volunteer, whether it's another project or if we have kids or if my niece wants to become a volunteer when she's older, this is going to be the funds for it. So future volunteer, $10. And it just helps with, you know, extra gas and like a coffee. Vacation, $20. Date night, which my husband and I really are in due for one. We haven't been on a date night since, I can't remember. It was, I think, March or February. Or was it January? It was one of those months. Date night gets $5. And all we did was drive an hour away to another town, but it was still nice. My love, when he just randomly has one of those, I want to get this, gets $5. Because he does so much work, he gets majority of the envelopes. Anniversary gets $20. And our future baby, when it happens, gets $20 right now. So $20. And that concludes our budgeting today. So I hope everyone enjoyed watching this, and I hope you tune in next week for another cash stuffing. Bye.